mansion level author.
And we're live.
Mansion level author. And I would live in your guest house and run D&D all the time.
Maybe
you could be his.
Yes.
Oh, no,
Kato
I mean,
Kaelin.
sorry.
Scott is right. Successful is
Kato
the word you
Kaelin
were
DM.
missing.
My Kato Kaelin if Kato Kaelin was the DM. Yes, I like this.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Wait a second. Hold on.
You're
Am I a
great now.
murderer in this situation?
If anything, Dan, maybe you're too good. Have you considered selling out?
I'm trying. Nobody's buying.
Dan, if the book's not a hit, you must quit.
No.
That's right.
Goodbye.
Oh, God.
I
still... Jason, after you ran that character for that other game, I spent a lot of time trying to research. I didn't understand how Kato Kaelin ended up in that guest house.
Nobody does.
Like, who is he actually friends with?
I
just a
assume he
very
was friends with
charismatic
OJ,
world.
but I don't know.
If their relationship was
think you could
confusing.
I thought he
You
was
think
friends
live
with
in OJ's
what's her face,
Nicole.
Nicole.
With Nicole?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gotta at least be friendly though, because otherwise, I mean,
It-
it's probably OJ Simpson.
it just seemed like he was basically kind of like a neutral third party neighbor. And I was like, but he lives in your property.
He's kind of like when you leave a Keanu Reeves out in the sun too long.
Never do that.
Don't do that.
I was
Yeah,
impressed though that Kato
Fuck.
Kaelin kind of has a career since then. You know, dude
He's
is
like
Kato
a-
Kaelin.
He did like reality star stuff.
yeah. Well,
right?
I was gonna say reality television.
I mean,
No.
it literally that career came out of the fact that he was a celebrity because of the
The
murder trial.
trial,
Yeah.
So anyway,
Never
America.
let a
won't
crisis
enter.
go to waste.
I
We're
want-
live.
I
and
won't
have
interrupt.
we're live, and I have tweeted. We're just doing the Zoom thing, so I'm gonna have to do a map capture here.
Use
I'm
all the
recording.
parts of the celebrity. I guess I should do that.
it's good to see everybody, especially Steve.
Recording.
Thanks, man.
Also recording.
Yes, everybody begin if you are not already. I am recording the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh yeah, we
I'm the
murdered all
map.
those dudes last time. That went great.
Yes,
I don't know what hit him.
Now we have an octopus.
To recap quickly, you
I need to look and see how much rope I've got in my backpack.
I wrote myself notes at the end of the last one. It says Carlos in a ball, Regdar, Amlal, and me in a boat. Killed a frosty guy and ice mephits. Shara and Kachka found an octopus. 3 exclamation points.
This is the best children's book ever.
all accurate. You left out the people drowning.
What
in
read a
cage.
Dark Sun children's book?
Other than
mean,
that,
Skip the last page.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well-
you killed a dude and some ice mephits because he was, he had frozen some people.
Because he was
Well,
there.
I always get a little bit confused when people say that Dungeons and Dragons were methods because there is a town that is a suburb of Boston. That sounds basically like that when people say it in a heavy Massachusetts accent, but it's spelled Medford. Yeah,
It's
Medford.
method.
Except
Method.
But the people that live there would say method.
Method.
There's a method to
And
my
that's why
madness.
everybody hates you people.
No, that's not why.
I'm not one of them.
There's
I'm
other
from
reasons.
Nebraska.
One of the reasons.
and you killed them all very quickly.
It's your
and
Midwestern accent.
Then you found a entrance or a cave, really underwater, and Kachka and Shara went into it and emerged into the
Oh, that's a
lair
funny accent.
of a giant. I wasn't making fun of anyone's accent, so thanks, Tony.
I was making fun of the way you said Shara.
You're just
I know.
collateral damage.
That
now.
was just mispronunciation. That's the usual, Scott.
Mm.
Well,
Philadelphia accent.
indeed. So
Right, they went into the little other
Yeah.
pool, and there was an
Mhm.
octopus.
Yep. They went
We all
into
know
a
this.
murder hole.
It's going to
We
be a
sent
friendly
our-
octopus who
We
is going
sent
to
our
befriend us,
sneaky
and
people in, and the octopus saw them immediately.
it's going to help us.
Somebody
battle
went
the water
under a
people.
dock, and there they saw a rock.
Just going to consult my list of spells for water related things. And we're in troubles.
all right. So if does anyone have any questions about this particular game of Dungeons and
no.
Dragons before we start?
Never mind.
Recording.
I see what you did there.
I'm learning.
Oh yeah, I'm recording twice.
Oh, I totally am not.
Please
Ah.
record. Be kind.
Lord.
Erica was
Rewind.
recording twice. Once for Tony. Once for
Record.
herself.
Joel.
Yes.
Record.
Be bored. Record.
Be-
Okay.
Recording.
All
Scott
right.
does that really weird thing where it's like we start, but we aren't actually starting. He does a lot of false starts.
This is Scott's move as a podcaster. Is you never really know when the podcast begins or ends. It just
Mm.
happens
No.
somewhere
That's-
in the
You
That's
middle.
how
gotta
you
be on
get
your
gold.
toes.
It's how you get
Important.
gold.
True. Also,
Mm.
this is a podcast that I'm continually interrupted in. So even if I were
Yep.
trying to not
that's
have
also true,
a
Scott.
I don't know if
start,
that's true.
I actually, Scott, but is this a podcast right now? We could just be interrupting you for freelance, for sport.
It still implies we're paid.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
don't.
most
I'm just.
dangerous
I
game
don't.
of
I
all
don't.
is the dungeon
I don't think this
master.
is a podcast yet. I think I'm just interrupting you on my
It's
own
just
time.
being a jerk.
Yeah.
Tony, you're
that's
interrupting a
even worse.
meeting right now. That's what you're doing.
That's what it is.
I get paid for that. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Recording.
Welcome back to.
Recording.
Um,
How are you not ready for that by now?
You just got.
I just ignore it every
Just
time I
ignore
hear
Steve.
it.
Yeah.
That's right. Because you can just go. You can cut
I
it
use.
out.
I use it. It makes me smile a little bit inside, but I don't want to show Steve and reinforce him, so I just use it.
yeah, I should apologize for all the false starts that I do. I'm sorry.
Should you?
Yeah,
I don't know if
right.
you should. I don't know.
You
If you
should.
should. Yeah.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I, for some reason, am a dungeon master. My name is Scott McNulty. We're playing Dark Sun. You know this. You've been listening. You know who's playing. Look, it's Jason Snell.
Hey, Scott, keep on studying, and one day you could be a dungeon doctor.
Don't know if I
Doctor of
understand that.
Dungeons.
Speaking of doctors, Tony Sindelar is
Not a
often
doctor.
near them.
That's kind of true. Hi, it's me, Tony Sindelar. He, him, his. I play Regdar. You'll notice I introduced my character, unlike Jason Snell. And I'm Regdar, just a guy.
Jason Snell plays Carlos.
Carlos.
Who is not a dwarf. Aline Sims is here. Hello, Aline.
We're off to the races. I play Shara, the Air Genasi rogue, and our pronouns are all she, her.
Excellent. Steve Lutz, are you here? Steve Lutz?
Maybe.
Mm.
Let's check and see. Yes,
Seems like it.
I am here, and I am in fact playing once again Kachka, a 3 bard who loves a good hootenanny, but hasn't had one in a real long time.
It's true. Maybe now you could have a hootenanny with an octopus.
Ooh.
Erica Ensign is also in a room. Well, not her character is in a room with an octopus. She, I assume. Well, I don't know. Is there an
You
octopus in
never-
that room with you?
More than 3 feet away from an octopus.
I'm looking around. If there's an octopus in here, it's invisible, which would actually be even worse. So, I don't know. Yes, I play Zotasha, a tiefling mystic, which is something I still have to read off the page every single time because I can't get it in my head. And yeah, all our pronouns are she, her.
Tiefling Mystic, one of the classic Rush songs.
The tiefling part I remember, it's the mystic thing that just always throws me off.
Imagine how I feel. I don't know what that means. Dan Morin is here.
Prove it.
I think you just did. You've
Wow.
done my work for me, Dan.
Oh, all right. Well, you're welcome, Scott. I am
Thank you.
Dan Moore, and I'm playing Amlal, the lovable Goliath barbarian. All of our pronouns are he, him, his.
And now we return to deep underground, where you are in the elemental temple of the Crushing Wave cult, also known as, well, the temple is known as the Plunging Torrents. Lots of water because we're playing Dark Sun, so of course there's lots of water.
Surf's up, dudes.
And so you've got the party has been split, which is always fun. And we should probably just roll initiative.
Oh, all right.
Make me.
Ooh, good one.
Oh no, there's too many people in the initiative tracker.
Were there just enough?
I have been looking forward to rolling a die, and then I did it. So I feel good.
Yay!
I mean, I didn't do a very good
Yay.
job of it,
Success.
but
Erica, you can leave now. Thank you for your service.
really? Oh, I'm out of here.
Dice mission accomplished.
But yeah, the roll wasn't great. Oh, that's right. And then there's a -1, so it was even less great. So Tasha, not quick.
It's this group when I roll a 19, and I feel like, oh man, I must be near the top of the initiative order, and there's already 2 people ahead of me. We're rolling. We're on fire.
Why are there 2 of? Oh, there's 2 of everybody. I see.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Because I deleted everyone and then I re-added everyone again.
Gotcha.
Keeping
I'm
us on our
happy to
toes
re-add
there,
my number
Scott.
to whichever is the appropriate one to keep.
No, I think I deleted the right one. So,
Fab.
all right, and let me see if I can add this octopus. I can. Hooray!
Add the octopus.
All right. So, as a refresher, Kachka and Shara are in this room where water is dripping from stalactites in this serene cave, although it's not particularly serene at the moment, because there is a giant octopus who has noticed you. Wide rock ledges extend around the perimeter, so you're kind of in this pool in the middle of this room. And there's a natural stone island that provides ample room to sit or lay down. So feel free to lay
Great to
down
know.
if you would like.
Octopus rap. Just sit and talk about stuff with the octopus.
That's right.
Or you could, or
don't-
as Tony has begun to bounce, you could perform a rap for
Yeah.
an octopus.
I'm an octopus, and I'm here to say I got
That's the other-
8 arms
other-
in a radical way.
That would be the third option, which is an octopus could perform a questionable rap
Mhm.
to you.
If it's a rap battle, I feel like maybe you've got
I
one
did
up on
have
the
questions
octopus.
about that rap.
So, I don't know. I think rap is generous to describe what that was.
Also, Tony, that was basically the lumberjack song there. I'm an octopus and I'm okay. I got 8 arms and I swim all
all
day.
All right,
Everybody
so-
now.
Carlos, you are in a different room. You have no idea that this octopus has unveiled itself. You are in this room. It's a long pool fills this cavern that is broken only by an island bristling with stalagmites. There is a corpse floating here, but
Wait,
that's just, you know.
We checked out that corpse pretty thoroughly on the previous episode of Dark Sun.
Previously on
Well,
Dark
if
Sun.
unless I passively perceive something, I'm not sure that I'm gonna, I'm paying attention. I know they went in there to investigate, but I haven't heard anything. So I
And we knew
imagine
they were trying to be sneaky, so we're not necessarily expecting to hear anything until they come back.
Yep.
That is true.
Just make sure if
This
you
is
guys
a
get
long-running way of us excusing the fact that they're dead now and we're moving on.
they've got backup. They've got backup characters that I'm looking
Alright.
forward to meeting.
I
Kachka,
think I had a rope for the record. I don't know
That is
who's
true.
holding the other end of it and if they notice a tension difference or not, but just throwing that out there.
Okay, well then, we're those of us who are
Tension.
holding the rope
You could
will
cut
be
the tension in that rope with a
we'll be
knife.
paying attention to see if anything happens with a rope on a future turn.
Don't
We're
do
paying
that.
attention.
Kachka,
Mhm,
you have
mhm.
Am I-
come from
You
underwater.
think I'm holding the rope, Scott? If I'm
Do I
holding
think
the
you're
rope,
holding
then
the-
I will
I-
delay
No,
to
it was
run in
tied-
there.
It was tied around your waist.
Yeah, but
It
who's
was-
got
it
the
was
other end of the
apparently
rope?
tied around your waist.
Chara.
The octopus.
Well, you can't
Gara.
you can't go
realize
in
it's not a
somewhere
rope,
else
it's a
with a
tentacle.
rope without somebody on the other side also having the rope. So who
You
has
feel
the
an
rope?
rope?
unexpected increase in tension in the area of your waist, but you're not sure
Apparently,
why.
Shara has
Shara.
the other end of the rope.
Okay, well then Carlos it does nothing.
Oh my good. I'm glad that's settled. Kachka, you have surfaced and you see an octopus, a large octopus, perhaps a giant octopus that has noticed you. It is
Yes.
not doing anything at the moment, but it's
A
there.
little voice inside your head, Kachka. It's in Regdar's voice. It says, "Don't worry, giant octopus prey mainly upon shrimps, crabs, scallops, abalone, cockle, snails, clams, lobster, fish, and other octopuses. You're none of those."
Thank God I downloaded the entirety of Regdarpedia to my brain
You're
so I
welcome.
could have that bit of information. Somebody who actually does have telepathy is Kachka. So she's going to inform. It's usually Zotasha she talks to lately. They have a little bit of a rapport going because Zotasha is always trying to get her to do things and being successful. So
The
I
other,
think I'll let
but-
Zotasha
and the
know
other
Definition of
people
a
are
rapport, I
idiots.
think.
telepathically that there's an octopus in here and it's not doing anything, but it might do something soon. And
we'll find out if Zotasha knows what an octopus is.
That's right. Now, can I tell if these ledges all around the area are these surface level with the water, or is it just the one island in the middle that we could lounge on if we felt compelled to?
So all on the map, there are dry land. So all the brown things are ledges and of rocky ledges that you could pull yourself up on.
Okay, so I'm going to swim to this southern promontory of land, which I can do very quickly because I have a carving that allows me to swim as fast as I can walk, which
That's
is pretty
true.
fast.
You have
And I'm
a
going to
swim
get back
speed.
here against the back wall, hopefully out of reach of any tentacles. And since this octopus has not really done anything to me yet, I'm not certain I want to try to attack it and piss it off.
Have you considered befriending it?
It's entirely possible. I don't know. Maybe I speak octopus and I didn't know it. I think what I will do is I will ready an action. And if it makes a move to say come towards Shara or me as if to attack, then I will hit it with some vicious mockery.
Okie dokie.
But for now, I'm just going to chill here on this very comfortable bit of land
It is very comfortable.
by this delightful pool.
It's very serene, this room.
I'm enjoying it.
Umlal. So you don't know that any of this is happening yet.
I don't. So I mean, I don't know. I'm hanging out over here.
I will mention it to everybody else as soon as I have a chance to, but I don't know if that needs to wait until my turn.
It doesn't.
Seems like
Okay.
does
Makes
really
sense.
okay. It's not a free action to just say, "Hey, there's an octopus." No.
Everybody says a what?
I'll swim around in circles. I'll paddle the boat around in circles.
What now? Well, it's like a mind flayer, but it just floats around and doesn't really play.
Octo implies 8, but 8 what?
8 mind flayers.
Pusses.
Now it is your turn, Shara.
Well, if Kochka hadn't,
Skedaddled.
yeah, like
Can
if
you-
you had swum out to where everyone else is, that's also where I would have gone. But
Oh, you feel
Since-
free if
Can you
you'd
speak
like.
with animals at all?
no, Mm-mm. No, I'm not gonna leave you alone in here. You're squishy.
So you don't know where.
Um,
you don't
That's
know
why
where
I didn't go
Kochka
the other
is.
way. Because I didn't want to leave you alone.
How's your
in the-
animal handling?
I am a rogue, so no. My animal handling is no.
What's your animal stabbing like?
Okay, so
Is that what it says
I-
on your character sheet
Yeah,
under
just-
animal
It is
handling?
just this
No, that's
yeah,
weird.
big letters. All right, so I'm just gonna swim over here to this like central island. In I don't know, look as non-threatening as possible.
Okay.
And I too will ready an action where if the octopus tries to attack, I will stab it with my rapier of wounding.
Let's see. How long is this rope?
Aren't
I
they?
think it's only 50 feet.
Okay.
Well then, you cannot. Who?
cannot?
So Shara has it tied on her. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yep. So
you
you're-
can untie it and continue.
you could. You would have to untie the rope.
Or pulls Zatasha along.
Or
Yes,
no,
you could
Carlos.
do that too.
It's you.
It is Carlos.
I think
So you're
I'll untie it.
Even further away. Okay.
Hey.
Is that my action? Can I still have my action readied?
It would take an action to untie a rope.
Okay.
Really, that's
fine.
not one of the interact with an object things, which you can also do in addition to an action according to 5e rules. Which I feel like that's such a weird thing. It's not very well defined. I'm just curious if
Wow.
It
because
is.
they say specifically opening a door is interacting with an object. Like
Yeah, but
Let's
that's
see.
fairly non-complex
Everybody,
of an
everybody,
action.
just look at Scott judgmentally. Let's see how he rolls on this.
I already
Abby
ruled.
did. Someone
I
interacting
was
with an
interrupted though,
object.
so you probably didn't hear it. I said it is not.
Oh,
So no, it is an action. You have to untie it.
Okay.
It is more complicated than opening a door.
Okay.
But
Scott
she's
and I
a
have
rogue.
different
Does that
feelings.
count for anything?
Scott and I have different feelings about rope.
I mean, if you keep going, you might just pull Carlos along with you.
That's right. You might be down with that.
you could try that. That would be
Contested
Jack
strength
probably,
check.
yeah.
No,
It would be a
Carlos is
contested
just going to
strength
float
check.
along and be like, "Oh, something's happening over there." Woo!
Yeah, I'll untie. I've
That
untied it.
doesn't
It's fine.
really sound like Regdar.
Regdard is oblivious to everything, so he's just going to do some deep breathing exercises and think positive thoughts about himself and turn end.
Free action. Wall and Regdar high five.
Free action. Regdar leaves him hanging.
Carlos jumps in, boo, because Carlos was feeling a little jealous that he was trying to high five someone who was not him.
Really
Aw.
tried to make my turn brief and was thwarted by other players.
So it's the octopus's turn. The
But now there's a
octopus
freeze frame, so you're gonna have to wait. even
Finally, my
longer.
favorite character is heard from.
it will swim over and kind of pull itself out of the water.
Really?
And it's
Can I wave at
bulk-
it? Just be like, hi.
You can wave at it.
Okay,
That
thank
is a
you.
free action.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And actually, well, it actually doesn't even need to get that close. So it will it'll go over here and it kind of rises up out of the water, and
Now-
tentacles.
Since it appears aggressive, can I use my action before it goes?
Yes.
Clearly seems to be on its way to attack.
I've already said yes.
Okay.
Keep selling them, Steve.
I mean, it is on its way over to Shara, like it's going to attack her, is the thing. Which, as you recall, when I said that I was readying an action,
Man.
that was the trigger for that action, which was
Mhm.
cutting, vicious mockery, I believe. You remember all that?
No.
Oh, well, let me
I
tell
do.
you again. No, okay. So the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw with a
Seems unlikely.
16 for the DC.
Oh, I fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's going to take some psychic damage. Not much.
Ooh. I don't know.
How do you mock an octopus, Steve? I'd like to hear an
Well,
example.
now it's a moctopus is the thing.
Oh, well done. Well done.
So
Only 8 legs.
Yeah.
Loser.
So underachiever. So let's see. Oh, I actually roll 2d4 because I'm more than 5th level. So it will actually take 5 psychic damage.
Oh.
And more importantly, it has a disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So if it's about to attack Shara, hopefully it will have some issues with that.
It is about to attack Shara, but Shara, oh no, you had to untie the rope. So, well, you didn't have to, but you chose to. And I didn't have to rule that it wasn't a free action, but I did. But it misses. Well, I'm assuming it misses. Does a 13 miss you as it flings some tentacles towards you?
A 13 misses.
All right. So yes, it's clearly not happy that you have invaded the serene cave that it calls home, and is going to defend its.
Are we the bad guys? Did we just break into an octopus's house?
They didn't attack it. They just walked in.
That's true.
I guess.
Yeah,
What
but
is?
if somebody walks into your house, like,
Yeah, I mean,
Do I
Cassie's-
attack them immediately?
Well, but if,
No.
I mean, it
I don't know.
depends-
Strike
Steven's got the scars to
conversation.
show
Yeah,
for it.
Erica, that's a very Canadian way of thinking. So,
Her
your
metamorphosis is complete.
Zatasha.
All right.
Now's
I
your-
say to
your
everybody,
chance.
oh, there's an octopus in that other room. I'm going to go find out what that is.
Maybe it's friendly.
I probably said something more like a big squishy
Okay, it's a
tentacly thing.
Big
It's-
squiggly, tentally, squishy thing. It's
there's if only there was some kind of short word that connotated the idea of a monstrosity, some kind of monstrosity.
Oh well.
I'm going to go to here. That's
All
my
right,
full.
remember, you have to go under the water, and this tunnel is totally submerged in water. Just a fun fact.
Oh, that's right. So if I stop here, that's
All of our
not
years of swimming
quite-
practice will come in very handy here.
Well, I mean, around a 6 seconds, I think I can hold my breath longer than that. So hopefully I'll be able to get out of my next turn. I'm just going to count on that. And I am also going to, as a bonus action, switch my discipline to my nomadic chameleon so I can do a stealth check and hide since I don't want to be seen by a tentacled monster of any sort. So, I have advantage. So that gives me 18 on my stealth check.
Okay.
And from here, can I see Kachka and the octopus?
So you are underwater at the moment. So
Is the octopus not underwater at all? Or
Well, you can see the octopus. That's for sure.
Okay.
You probably
that
would not be
much,
able to see Kachka.
okay, so I cannot telepathically communicate to Kachka, but I can still receive. And sneakily from under the water, I am going to, let's see. I don't like how it is menacing my friend Shara because I can probably see that Shara is up there. So yeah, I'm going to mind thrust at it, and it needs to succeed on an intelligence saving throw, or I will do some damage to it.
All right. Well, this also seems like I'm going to be unlikely to succeed. I'm assuming the DC is higher than 3.
It is, in fact,
Slightly.
higher than 3.
Then it has failed. The octopus
okay.
is not particularly intelligent.
All right.
It's more street smart.
Wisdom,
Then-
wisdom.
That octopus knows where to find a deal. Let me tell you.
Mhm.
That's right.
Man,
Sheep
I thought that one was a 7 for a second. I was very excited. It's not. So it will take 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh no, it's not. It's taken a lot of psychic damage so far. So it doesn't
Kachka
like it.
and the octopus. They're friends. Please don't make a fuss. There's not much to discuss. It's Kachka and the octopus.
Oh, is that
Oh.
a
Yeah. Color.
It's
like
Wednesdays
got
on
8 limbs.
USA.
I've got
Characters
4.
welcome.
It just sounded
If
like
there were
a
2 of
fun
me, there
show.
would be 4 more.
I am going to continue to hold my breath, and that's it.
That's it. All right. Carlos, you're singing about octopuses.
And I don't even know what they are.
That's true. You don't need to know what they are. You're singing about
Carlos,
them.
well, okay, so I've gotten my magic water powers, which allow me to swim as fast as I can walk.
Correct.
Can I run?
You could
can I
do
run,
double
swim?
move.
There is
Yes.
no concept of running.
Double
really.
move.
It's yeah.
It's-
you
it's
just
a
move
double
Oh, I
voice.
would just use my action
your
as a
dash.
move.
Yeah, you're basically you can treat the water. If you do not have a swim speed, it is difficult terrain to swim, so it would be half your speed.
But I have my magic sign.
You have well, I know I'm just explaining the rules.
Okay.
So you can move normally.
Okay. I swam over here
swam-
into the
swam over
room.
there.
I went in the cave. I went in a little tube and I came out the other side and I popped up and said, "What's an octopus?" Oh,
And yes, you see a giant octopus.
There it is.
Kachka and the octopus.
And now you know what you're singing about.
Catchy tune. Good job, Jason.
And speaking of which, here's the octopus's co-star, Kachka.
It's me.
And
Kachka's a
Kachka as
bug. He's an
herself.
octopus.
She.
No, the octopus. Well, we don't know.
Oh, that's right.
They're an
Oh,
octopus.
I see. Gotcha.
Kachka is a bug. The octopus
Octopus.
is an octopus.
Ah,
Oh.
I see how grammar works.
It's gold, Johnny. Give that a full season order.
Since we
I'm
kind of just
available.
wandered in here out of curiosity, I've half a mind to just take off, but now all of my friends are here. And
The octopus is also a friend, I hear.
Can we see from where we are that there is yet another passageway off to the other side?
Well,
appears to be submerged
Yes.
as well.
it's also yes, it's a submerged tunnel. So when you were swimming through, and I should have told both Shara and Kachka this as well, and Carlos, there is another exit on the other side of the.
It's like a little arch, and then there's water underneath. But we can.
It's like
in
an
that case,
arrow.
just wandering off in the direction
sign.
we came from would be possibly leaving some important places unexplored,
Possibly.
Let's
Yeah.
gotta clear the map.
or
Guys,
possibly
I mean-
really unimportant.
Yeah, who knows? This could just be an octopus neighborhood. That could be another octopus down that lives down the street from him.
Maybe it's a nicer octopus.
Maybe it's an octopus's garden.
Well, Dan, nobody cares for that.
I do.
Don't
He
be
did
mean
let
to
us
Ringo.
in. I'm not sure if he knows where we've been or not yet, though.
Just gonna look up
We
meeting
should
address
ask.
of
I
the
mean, I'd
octopus.
like to be.
Under
In our little
torrent.
hideaway beneath the waves. So I'm thinking, gosh, I'm trying to see if I have anything where I could just make it, take a nap or forget about us for a while so we could leave it alone, because I actually feel sort of bad about this big monstrosity.
Yeah, me too.
I could make it so it can't see us anymore.
Just octopusing.
Can you invisibilize all of us?
That would take a lot. I could just make it so the octopus can't see anything that's farther than 10 feet away.
She's gonna rip his eyes out.
So I'm going to, I think,
It-
oof.
like nearsightedness, or
It takes out.
Think-
takes
I'm-
out its reading glasses.
Mhm.
I think what I'm going to do is cast dissonant whispers on it in hopes of causing it to run away from me.
Mm.
And then we'll take that opportunity to beat a hasty retreat. I don't know if everybody else is going to go or not, but I'm going to say, hey, we should probably just get out of here and leave this thing alone unless we need to come back. And I'm going to try to cast dissonant whispers on it. So
Another wisdom saving throw, eh?
indeed it is.
I'm gonna. It failed.
Okay.
Kachka and the octopus.
Three. Ah. All right. Oh boy, it kind of took a lot of damage from that.
No.
Aw.
Why isn't it moving away?
Boo! Oh, I killed it.
It's moving. It's flipping over on its back. Does that count? It will take 15 psychic damage.
Aw.
Oh no. Octopuses are like all brain.
More importantly, it must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Well, it does have a reaction, so
I do that, and Steve doesn't even need to damage me.
Let's see where.
The harm has already been done.
I think I've damaged you quite a
I
bit
guess
over the years, Dave.
It is psychic damage too.
That's right.
Goes there, and then it pulls. So it is a very fast swimmer, so it moves very quickly, and then it kind of laboriously pulls itself out of the water and kind of hurls itself
Oh,
very slowly into the corner, and it's kind of shivering.
Maybe we should be
I
friends.
feel even
I'm
worse.
so sad.
just come into an octopus's garden and steal all his stuff and yell at him.
All right.
Look, it's a
So
species
I
we've never met before. Kill it.
that
Yeah.
having
Feel
been
bad.
done, I'm
It's
going
in
to
our
make
way. Let's get it out of our way and continue.
I'm going to use my move action to well, I wasn't going to continue. I was going to head back the way we came
Oh,
because we
We
still
may
got
just need to-
Omlal and Regdar back there. And there's another passageway we haven't continued down. And it was kind of the way that the
There-
bubble was going.
Their
so I
shabby boat. Their shabby boat is back there.
in their shabby boat.
Shabby
So yeah, I'm going to
chic.
use, I was back here, so I'm going to use my move action to run off of the promontory here, dive into the water and start swimming underneath again. So
All right,
2,
you can
3,
use your
4, 5,
You might not see me because I'm hiding.
7. So I'm
That is
midway underneath the
If you want
Oh.
to do
right
a
now.
perception check, Kachka, you can find out if you see Zatasha.
Probably not, is my perception.
Well, as you come past, I'll
7.
probably just telepathically say, "Hey, I'm right here. Don't run into me, please."
What's up,
You'll
Holmes?
see her. Umlal.
Almal is still paddling a boat in circles with Regdar. Is that what's happening?
Well,
I mean, you
Regdar's
now
on the
know that
island.
there's a thing.
I'm on an island.
All right, I'm paddling the boat around.
You are
the
in a
island.
punt.
Oh yeah, I should
All right,
probably
but-
have sent a
Remember all our-
telepathic signal to
Oh,
either
that's right,
Omlal
sorry.
or Regdar to tell them that I'm heading
Yep.
back.
Remember all
I
our
was-
punt talk?
Mhm.
I was in the boat.
dog.
I left the boat to go swim underneath.
But
so
Almal can't swim. No,
Almal
let's just
can
go with it.
swim.
He can't. Almal can't swim.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
all right, then he can't
Regdar confirmed hydrophobe. The idea that I would willingly go underwater in a tunnel to meet an octopus is farcical.
Neither of you two have the boon, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
They don't.
well, you've already
we're
met
not-
a lobster. I mean,
We're not joiners.
You could add it to your collection of creatures that shouldn't be in this plane.
No, I'm good.
Was there?
I got one.
This is a weird place.
We saw that one
is weird.
corpse around here. Was there anything else on the island or in this little roundabout area? If I were paddling the boat around while they're doing that,
Give me a perception check.
I will surely do so. I got a 14.
So as you're paddling around, so are you've been kind of circling the island saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, Victor, get back into the boat."
Yeah.
Victor's saying, I don't think so.
Come
Thanks,
to the
but no
back of the
thanks."
boat.
You notice as in one of your circuits, you notice up here, there is, or have you seen this before? I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
No, we definitely
Look at
haven't.
me.
Okay, so you see under the water, on
It's the worst part of the water.
a tunnel, and the tunnel is blocked by a gate. And I will remind you that you did inspect the corpse, and you found a ring with 2 keys on the corpse.
Right.
Who's
I think
holding those?
Kachka has those.
Oh, I was give it to the wrong person.
I am the
Regdar,
keymaster.
I found gate.
It not so gate.
Now you the gatekeeper.
Ooh.
Or
I will,
gate looker.
I will pause near the gate and you take a closer inspection of it while everybody else does their shenanigans.
Okay, so you think I'll just tell you, you think that you could either use the key to unlock it. It's probably pickable, or you feel that you could wrench the gate off of its moorings and open it that way.
Is the gate completely?
I'm definitely going to do that.
I should note that any course of action that begins with one remarking it's probably pickable usually does not end well.
It is submerged, yes, completely.
What would I need to do to try to open it with brute force?
You would need to give me a strength check.
Okay. So it's a strength check, not an attack.
Correct.
Got it. 17.
It is, it's possible. You're not sure if you're capable of doing it, but it is still there.
Wow, that's very pejorative. All right. Well, I'm going to crack my knuckles and give it
You're
another
not
try.
sure. I didn't say you were
You're not sure you could do it. It's just all where the emphasis goes.
Well,
Amlal will crack his knuckles and he'll give it another try next time around unless somebody stops him.
All right. Shara.
Well, seeing Regdar, not Regdar, Kochka, thank you. Seeing Kochka.
We're basically the same guy.
Whoever
Pretty
that
much.
person is.
I'm just a regular bug.
There's a terrified octopus in there.
I know. I feel so sad. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to follow out of the cave and hope that the octopus doesn't try to follow. Actually, since I'm not attacking, I can go all the way through, can't I?
Yep. So feel free to place yourself
So
wherever you'd
I
like
think
within
I'll
your
come
double
right
movement.
there.
Regdar, you are on an island.
I am. There's really not a lot. I feel like we could basically title this episode the one where Regdar doesn't meet an octopus. So Regdar will do a complete inventory of the stalactites and stalagmites on this island, and also just survey the general area for things.
There's
doesn't seem so great to me. I rolled a 7 on perception, Scott.
All right. You see many stalactites.
Thank you.
They might be stalagmites.
Oh, they might be, but they're not. So the octopus is no longer scared, so it's going to slowly pull itself back into the water, and it is going to submerge itself. And then you see who is still in there, I guess. So Carlos. Zatasha. Zatasha also sees this.
I'm still underwater.
Exactly. Kachka probably doesn't see from where she is. That it is now. You saw the octopus. I mean, it's pretty. Remember this. The water is glowing, so there's light everywhere. And then the octopus kind of disappears in a cloud of blacky ink.
Oh dear.
You know where it is, maybe within a vicinity, but it is obscure.
Vague, inky vicinity.
Exactly. Zatasha.
Do I want to see where this octopus is? Is it really worth that many psi points? That's what I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like it's probably, yeah. And it seems like people are vacating this little room here. So, I'm going to. Can I ready to swim away once Carlos swims away?
Sure. If everyone is going to leave the room, you can just leave the room and we can drop out of initiative.
Okay. Then Jason, is Carlos going to leave or is Carlos going to go after that octopus?
All right. So Zatasha, you can ready an action.
Okay.
To leave if Carlos leaves.
I did say let's get out of here while Carlos was in the room.
I would like to move one more square into the room and put my head above the water so I can breathe, but then be ready to zip out.
Sure. Carlos, it is now your turn.
Carlos thinks very hard about attacking the octopus.
I telepathically say everybody else is heading out that way.
He also thinks very hard about swimming for that other tunnel.
Oh, there are many options in this room.
I thought about
and
that
then he
too.
goes the other way. He goes right back. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, why don't you, Zatasha and Carlos, give me a perception check, actually.
Sure.
Before you float away.
Oh, before I float away. All right. Perception check.
21.
Carlos, not very perceptive. 7.
All right. Well, Carlos continues to not be very perceptive, but
Story
Zatasha,
of his life.
there is a secret door here.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I'm going to tell everybody about it after I get out.
All right.
This episode, Carlos goes into a room, comes out of a room, goes into a room, comes out of a room,
I mean,
whatever.
that seems pretty on brand.
True. All right. So you all
He's
leave the
making.
room.
He's moving.
He's going from place to place.
Yeah,
To place.
love it.
Goodbye, octopus. Everybody leaves.
Goodbye.
Yes.
We are
Alright.
out of initiative.
So once I'm back in here, I say,
Back.
okay, you guys. So apparently, an octopus is
It's a really
big-
cute squishy thing.
with some tentacles and stuff. It didn't seem to like other people being in its vicinity, in its room. It can create an inky cloud around it so that it can hide, which makes me think it was a little bit scared of us, which is understandable because we did some damage to it. I mean, I know I did. And also, there's a secret door on the south wall and another tunnel that goes off that room. So we have multiple options for other places to go. I myself am pretty curious about a secret door because if somebody went to the trouble to hide a door, that makes me want to know what's on the other side of it. So what do you guys think?
I guess it's a subterranean gate. It seems like it could be lousy with bad stuff.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
was
which,
that secret door
Umlal,
on?
Give me another string check, please.
Sure. 22.
All right, well, you're underwater, so what you're doing is you're popping up and going back down, and you hear some creaking, like you're almost able to rip it off.
Almost got it.
So was the secret door under the water or above the water level?
It was under the water.
The
Okay.
secret door is also on the other side of an octopus, and I might point out that we tried to sneak past the octopus. Didn't go great.
It's not on the other side of the octopus. It's on the south side of the room where the octopus is occupying the north.
Right, but
Octopying.
it's within. Oh no, it's
Oh,
within
yeah.
range. It's within octopus range.
Mhm. I mean, I could go in there and check it out.
You are still invisible, yes?
Well, no, I was just hiding, but I can make myself invisible and go
Yeah.
in there. And it's a lot easier for me to just make myself invisible and not a bunch of other people. So I'd be happy to do that.
So while you're discussing this, you all notice that Umlal is like
Turning a
surfacing,
gate off its hinges.
going and going back under the water over in the corner. there.
Carlos
What
is
are
going to
just
go
like,
help.
oh, that's on
Carlos is going to go help Omlal.
Must be Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
All right. Well, then whoever wants to roll a strength check to open this gate gets advantage.
I will
support.
head in that direction.
I'm
Hey,
helping.
support
You
Omlal,
guys
Omlal,
know I have
you do the
keys,
honors.
right?
All right.
Hello?
Nope. Omlal, go.
Yes, advantage.
Hey,
20.
I keys. Got him. Off that corpse. Got him all. Already got him.
Carlos turns back and goes,
Hey.
"Oh, keys?" But
We've
it's
got
too
this.
late.
I rolled a 20.
Did you roll a 20 plus something, or is the 20 the roll that you?
The
made?
20 was the total roll, but it was with
All right.
advantage. I got 20 and a 6.
Then it remains stubbornly.
And Carlos is like, "Come on over, Kachka. Give us those keys. We need those keys. This is not working."
I didn't
Omlal
think you were
doesn't-
listening.
Omlal doesn't. He doesn't work underwater as well. It's not as good.
All right. Kachka
Harder
water
to get
bugs
leverage.
over to the gate.
Yeah. If I need
and
to roll
checks
more
to
than
see
a,
if the keys appear to fit.
I think I'm only going to be able to open this on like a crit.
It is very difficult to open, but you may be able to open it. But Kachi,
Or keys.
you swim underneath. You have keys. One of the keys unlocks the door, or gate, I should say. It's a gate.
Nice.
See, me did it.
And
Loosened it
now
for
I
you.
lifted up out of the way effortlessly, like it meant nothing to me.
Which is very
Nothing to
strong.
me.
All right.
What's
so
on the
this
other side of the
is
gate?
Well,
a
yeah.
tunnel. It is a submerged tunnel. So on the other side, you see more water. So someone has to go through to see what's in
So
it.
much water here.
All right. Well, Amlal has come this far. He's going to go
All
further.
right. Amlal, give me a perception check.
Oh, boy. Is there another octopus? Oop, that was not supposed to be advantage, but 22.
Sure. So you notice at the bottom of this, the floor of this room, which is underwater, you see humanoid bones are scattered everywhere at the bottom of this thing. And
Those
so do
could
you
be
wanna-
anybody's.
So
you
are
wanna-
we thinking perhaps this was not for keeping people out so much
Scott-
as
so
keeping
Scott,
something in?
He
is what we're
he
saying.
sees various bones.
Yeah, various
Various.
bones.
He
It could
does.
just be so it's bone storage. No big deal.
You
So
got
do
to
you
keep
wanna-
them somewhere.
Do you want to
Oh.
continue going in?
Well, hey, I mean, Amla has never been one to do the smart thing, so clearly, yes.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, Dan, what percentage of Umlaw is bones?
Oh,
It's
I
like
don't know,
95%
Me
bone, right?
mostly bones.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone,
call me Mr.
roll-
Bones.
Roll
That is not
initiative.
what they
So
call you.
As Umlal enters, Umlal, you notice. Let's see how many.
I'm not. Just so we're clear, Regdar is not going in any of these stupid caves full of horrors. There's enough horrors out here on the non-cave side.
You see several things enter the water, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Things. Are these new things?
Zombies?
These are new things.
Catching up on things.
Sitting up on things.
Ooh.
Oh, and look, this doesn't even lead to anywhere.
You don't know that, Gotcha.
We
It
come to
leads-
free you.
We still have the key. We could just leave and lock
Yeah,
it behind us.
Kachka's got a good initiative. That might just happen.
I mean, I'm just gonna say the giant octopus had free reign, and this is the thing they keep behind a locked door. It's probably worse than a giant octopus.
Well,
No,
sometimes
they-
keep
maybe
good
they
things
just
behind
couldn't-
locked doors.
Maybe they
Logic
couldn't
checks
get the octopus behind a locked door because it was
No,
too
the
powerful.
octopus is trusted, Dan. It is like it's
I don't know.
like the elder child. These are the worst, crappy, smaller children you lock behind a door. I don't know how
The
children work.
toddlers.
Yeah,
I appreciate a
Shouldn't-
trusted octopus.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
lock your children behind doors.
Whoa, you say that now, Scott. Let's check in a year.
Check in when they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, then they'll lock themselves behind doors. Problem solved.
This has been
Cool.
parenting on TPK.
Total parenting
Scott adheres to
Knowledge.
the I have
Knowledge.
twins.
knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah, Scott adheres to the I have twins. It's just a backup. Is what he,
That's right. I have a
style of
hot
parenting.
spare, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Is everybody's initiative in?
Try never
Yes,
to refer
yeah.
to a toddler as a hot anything, really.
Yeah.
My initiative is 2 better than last time.
Mine is much worse.
Significantly worse, says Regdar.
All right. Well, so unfortunately for Umlal, the ghouls. This room is full of ghouls. We're waiting for someone to come in, so they get an attack, a surprise round.
Surprise!
That's so. Amla, you
Now that's-
discovered
that's storytelling.
like a ghoul zoo.
Mhm.
Why is that hard to say?
Cool,
Ghouls night.
Ghoul night.
So
Cool
you
zoo.
see these kind of decayed forms of various races coming towards you.
Well, at least it's diverse.
Yes, at least they're diverse undead. Thank you. Way to include inclusion in Dark Sun.
I'm trying. You know, it all counts. Does it?
I think it
That's
would be
a
great
lot
if
of
we
ghouls.
yeah. So
Wall and the ghouls. My show, which
I like that
aired
this
at
is more of a
worst time
dirge-like
slot.
song.
Yeah.
It was
I had I had the Kachka and the octopus as a lead-in, but like it never quite took off. It's that half-hour time slot.
They're less than fresh, and they eat flesh.
Ooh, all right. And so
Amala and
these,
the ghoul.
you'll notice that these things have kind of clawed hands, and there are 3 of them
Mm.
that are.
I think they would just
claw-
call those claws traditionally.
At least they don't have Claude Akins.
Well, they have hands and claws, and they will
He's gone beyond the map.
try to hit you. An 8 certainly misses, but 18
Are ghouls
18
aquatic?
An 18 will hit.
ghouls
are-
that
Are ghouls
are in
aquatic?
the water elemental powered Templar.
Okay.
Alma
that's
looks at
somehow
one
worse.
admiringly and says, "Water ghoul."
And they say we're undead creatures that want crave flesh.
Oh, wow. well spoken.
Very articulate, yeah.
Much better than Amla, ironically.
Have you not read our entry in the monster manual? Really?
Would you like some tea?
Don't drink ghoul tea. That's my advice to you. All right. So Umla, you take 13 points of damage and give me 2 Constitution saving throws.
All right. So I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance because I wanna. So I'm going to reduce that damage by Constitution modifier 4. 5. Cool beans. That was 13 you said before that?
Yes.
So I will take 8, 65, and then you said 2 Constitution saving throws?
Yes, please.
27, crit.
You're fine.
9.
You're paralyzed.
Oh God.
Wow. It's a real roller coaster there.
You're paralyzed underwater.
That's
Not
like
good.
not a good place to be paralyzed.
But I still float, right?
You do float,
You're underwater in a
but you're in a tunnel.
tunnel.
You're like Hope.
Surrounded by
And
ghouls.
Ice
Hey,
cream.
at least if he's paralyzed, he's not gonna like fight against Kochka if Kochka decides to just try to drag him out and lock
I thought you were
the
going to say
door.
just locks him in.
Click.
Also an option.
It'll be really easy to lock him in. He definitely won't fight back.
I
All
see
right,
Kochka flipping a coin.
So Kachka, you're underwater as well. So you see Umlal is like, oh, I'll go into this room. He swims in, and these undead creatures almost immediately appear, and now he is slack and kind of floating upwards towards the top of the tunnel.
I do enjoy that Carlos at some point just like wandered away from the door like this wasn't my idea.
Didn't want to open it.
Well, it wasn't.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he was an enabler. We all know that.
Not my tunnel, not my ghouls. Yeah.
So, wow. Looks like I'm close to Carlos there.
Yeah, well, I was helping him open the door, and then you came over with the key. So I
Okay.
think that was what was going on there. So you're right there at the
You're
entrance.
all
You
next
saw
to
this.
each
All
other.
So I'm gonna quickly, if I can do this as a free action, I'm gonna give the key to Carlos and say, lock this as soon as we get Amlal out.
Make sure the order of operations on that is clear.
And then I'm gonna grab Amlal by his suspenders and pull him out as
All
best I can.
Give me a strength check with or an athletics check
Okay.
or
I think I suck at
acrobatics.
both of them, so either one is bad.
Well, you're in the water, so it should be way easier to pull him than it would be on land.
Also, he's definitely not fighting back.
Athletics is at least +2, so we'll do that.
And you will have advantage.
Yeah, it's gonna need to be advantage because that was a 9. And that is a 14.
All right, so you can you grab hold of him with 2 or 3 of your hands, and you have the boon, right? So you can very easily move and carry him with you.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Or-
back away as far as I can. I don't know how much that is since I'm dragging a limp Amlal behind me, but
We'll say that you can do your normal movement.
oh wow, I can really move. Well, I don't want to do. Let's see.
You're a water bug.
Yeah, I'm going to pull him back 1, 2, go through Shara Square, 3, 4, and I'm going to pull him up on land.
Well, you can.
So-
We'll say you can get him right to the shoreline, and then you can pull him up next round
Okay, that's fine.
If you want.
if you.
I
you
may
can-
and I may not.
You can of course have his head above the water though.
Yeah,
so
just
it's-
leave him face down in the water. It's fine.
It's up to you. I leave it as an exercise to catch.
Thirsty Amlal?
And yeah, I would also, I would assume as I was telling Carlos that he should lock the door, I may have mentioned something to everybody else that there's a whole pile of ghouls that are coming this way.
Yeah, you probably just yell. Ah!
They get the point.
That's what I would do. All right. So this one ghoul looks different than the others because it is in fact a ghast, not a ghoul. Swims
I'm
out
aghast.
Aghast. Jinx.
and will attack Carlos with one of its claws.
Leave Carlos holding the keys. Fine, fine, fine.
And let's
Like
see.
when we leave him with a check sometimes too.
Carlos is very hard to hit, so we'll see.
He's hard to hit. He's
Yeah.
Carlos and he's hard to hit. Don't try to
and
hit him because it's hard.
I'm going to assume a 7 does not hit Carlos. So
Just misses.
there's a
So
a
hard to
slight-
Told you. I tried to warn you that he's hard to hit.
And
Carlos and the Ghast.
oh boy. Umlaw, you're still paralyzed.
Great. Do I get to make a saving throw or something?
Nope, it'll be paralyzed for the next 8 rounds.
Wow.
Maybe get a snack. Anybody got a thing that like
Oh wait, no,
restoration or
I
something?
am wrong. I am wrong.
Aha!
Roll saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Yes.
And if you fail it, you die.
Another crit. Wow. I just
Oh.
that's a nice crit sandwich I got there.
You are no longer paralyzed. You feel as though you
Great.
would have been paralyzed for 8 more rounds if you had failed that saving
I
throw.
feel like a million gold pieces.
And now you're floating. You don't really know what has happened. You're confused.
I mean, I was conscious the whole time. I was just paralyzed.
I guess that's true. You're not. You're
Conscious as he ever is.
as confused as you always.
Yeah,
are.
exactly. How does movement work?
Carlos, you have a ghast in front of you, an open gate with ghouls swimming towards it.
I lock the gate.
All right, so you get an attack of opportunity from the ghast. Well, actually, you're not leaving it, so because you just have to move forward. All right,
Carlos
we'll
is
see.
just like, hold on a second. 1 second.
Well, it took a swipe at me.
Just
It
one more
missed,
thing.
And then my response is to not take a swipe at it, but lock the gate instead.
I like it.
Yes. Okay, you lock the gate.
Can
So
I
is
do
this for,
anything
like,
else,
the
or is that
garbage
it?
disposal for this whole facility? You just
You
throw the,
cannot do any. I suppose you could move away if you want.
you just toss
so
your
you
dead
would
cultists in there, and then
there.
you get bones out the other end. Is that the idea?
It's like a paper shredder.
If
cultist
I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to be here with the Ghast.
Carlos and the
it's a Ghast house
Ghast.
now.
Tank in the gas.
All right. Zatasha. So
I
the
don't
ghast
like-
and Carlos are both currently underwater.
I mean, I could have bobbed up and taken a breath or something there after I locked it up, but yeah, I'm in that vicinity.
Okay. Well, all right. So
Well,
I've
you
seen
can't-
that Carlos doesn't necessarily want to move away. So I won't do that thing. I am going to try to I'm going to try to daze it. I'm going to use a bonus action to switch my discipline to my psychic disruption and use 3 psi points and choose that creature, and it must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, it will be incapacitated until the end of my next turn and until it takes damage.
17.
I don't want it paralyzing anybody else. 17 is unfortunately enough to save. So on a failed save, nothing about on a made save. So nobody knows that Zotasha did anything at all.
Zatasha knows.
Just stared
Step out of it.
intently at the
Yeah.
Step out of it,
ghast.
Zatasha. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Ghast here.
Um,
Hey.
Yeah, so I'm going to climb up on the move away a bit.
It's very sensible.
You know, when we fighters fail, it's real obvious. I love this. It's like, yep.
We should
Also-
just get a team entirely of psychics. So we can
I'm
just
very
walk around
charismatic.
staring at people.
I'm very charismatic, so I actually made it look like I was looking really closely. I was sussing out the situation, and I decided that the smartest thing to do was to back up and move away and keep an eye on things. So it looks like Zatasha's got things totally under control. I'll just mark off those 3 psi points. Nobody needs to know.
No one. It's just between you and me. Don't worry.
Pay no attention.
Shara.
So is the ghast fully underwater? Can I see it at all?
It is so the water in here is very clear, so you can see it. It is underwater. You can see
Okay.
Carlos.
What does that mean for, like, if I were to climb up onto the island
Mhm.
and target it with a crossbow bolt?
It would have cover.
It would have
a
cover.
certain amount of cover.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to swim up to it. And I'm going to slash at it with my offhand with my dagger to
Okay.
start. That's only 8
You're unaccustomed to combat underwater.
Let's see
So
how my
you
rapier
miss.
of wounding does. Ooh, that's better. That's a 24 to hit.
You are a quick study and hit it.
Okay. It was my offhand, like you said, underwater, kind of hard to do, but
It's hard to see. No one noticed. Don't worry.
yeah, getting the feel for things now. So that is wow. 4 points of damage with the rapier, but I also get sneak attack damage. So that takes us up to 11 more, so 15 total points of damage.
Excellent. This ghast does not like that.
I do.
Anything else, Shaw?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Regdar, you've been examining the island. You notice lots of other people have joined you on the island now.
Regdar whirls around dramatically and fires a ray of frost in the
Ooh.
direction of the guest. 25.
Well, even with slight cover, that will hit a ghast.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled lousy on damage. 4 cold damage.
All right. Now some of the water is turned into ice.
Yeah, I suspect being
Floating
turned
away.
into ice when you're in water is inconvenient.
Does that make him slow too, or something?
Does it?
More of a Slurpee.
I think in 4th edition
Uh,
it decreased the speed to 10
Its speed is
feet.
reduced by 10 feet until
Oh,
the
by
start of
10
my
feet,
next
okay.
turn.
Oh,
So it
right.
may be slower. It is slower. That's not if Shara's right in front of it.
How
says
fast
it's
is
super
it
matter.
as a gas normally, anyways?
I think they're pretty fast, aren't they?
They're
It's a
average
fast
speed.
ghast.
Okay.
How fast is a gas?
And he ain't getting
I think of
past.
gas and ghouls as your fast undead, but that may just mean that they're normal as opposed to zombies, which are, they're all shambly.
We have gas stations here called Fast Gas. FAS.
You have
GAS.
gas
That's what it reminds
stations?
me of. I don't want a gassed station.
Don't go
Don't
there.
go to the
Yeah.
gas station.
I got it gassed up.
Ghost. It's like a ghost, but
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Another kind of undead.
I get
See?
it now. Thanks, Jason.
they can't all be gems, folks.
It's a different vowel, but it's close.
Carlos and the ghast.
There we go. We're back on it.
Yep.
Carlos. Not Carlos's turn yet.
It is Ketchka's turn.
Kachka's.
Carlos and the ghast.
Kachka and the octopus.
Yeah, the octopus is in the other room where we moved on to ghast.
Is the octopus in the other room?
We've passed on to ghast.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe it's on its way. Is there a
there
big
inky
black
cloud?
cloud on its way over here?
Nope.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just going to hit it with some vicious mockery.
Go for it.
You're undead, and that's dumb, I say. So it has to make a
Vicious.
wisdom
Classic
saving throw.
Kachka.
It fails.
16 is okay, great. Then this ghast will be taking
This
5
gas
points of
has
psychic
overstayed
damage.
It's welcome.
And its next turn, it will have disadvantage on its attack.
It was having a
Its
gas.
next attack.
Alrighty. Well, now it's the ghast's turn.
Jumping Jack Flash. It's a ghast.
What is
This
it?
episode's gassed star.
It's going to surface. And Shara, were you underwater or are you above water?
I'm probably doing my best to tread water.
All right. So then give me
Aren't we all?
give me a Constitution saving throw as this
20,
incredible
20.
stench emanates out from the ghast.
11.
All right. You are fine. You're disgusted, but you are fine because it's.
Did it pass ghast? Is
Uh,
that what you're smelling?
No.
Oh.
It just smells bad. So, but then now it's going to follow off that smell attack by trying to bite you, Shara. So
With
that's-
disadvantage.
With disadvantage, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, that's not the damage dice. Oh, it completely misses.
Okay.
So it leans in, and so ghasts have these very long tongues. So it takes out this tongue and tries to wrap it around your neck and bite you, but it misses.
I'm glad. That's gross.
They're pretty gross.
Yeah.
Umlal, you're not paralyzed. You are
Woohoo!
floating in the water, though.
Does anyone have a way to illuminate this guy? Like maybe do some gaslighting? No. Okay. Alma will. Alma will wade back into the fight, literally and figuratively.
So you're at half movement, half speed.
Yeah, but I move at 40 feet, so.
I'm curious, since I viciously mocked
close.
it last turn, is it currently suffering some gastric distress? Seems like it should be. Psychic damage.
I will
It's
All
reassessing its life choices.
attempt to
or
stab
its
it.
Unlife choices.
I'll attempt to stab it with my greatsword.
You and me both
Hit-
gassed.
Hit the
18.
gas.
You hit the gas.
And I'll do my thing.
Step
where
on it
I
next.
Re-roll a die because I
Just
can.
don't, run out of gas.
I'd be happy if we ran out of gas.
It'll
Yeah.
take 17 damage from that first attack.
Excellent. And Umlal has broke the gas.
Now you're
Yeah.
now you're cooking with gas.
I mean, our options were ass, grass, or gassed, and you picked the wrong one, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not
Now you paralyzed, says Alma.
Is that
permanently.
Is that how that works?
That's
Umlal
Umlal's
does
new
another word
catchphrase.
permanently.
And so we can leave initiative if you do not open the gate. But if someone opens
Carlos
the gate,
opens
we
the
should
gate.
If
remain
somebody
in
moves to open the
initiative.
gate, I am jumping in there to stop.
It
them.
is Carlos's turn next. So Carlos, what do you do?
Don't make me charm you.
I surface and toss the keys to Zatasha.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, they're my keys.
Well, you are between us. You might be able to just like reach out with one of your arms and grab them.
I don't know, Carlos. That's weirdly responsible.
It's true. Is Carlos feeling all right?
Well, I mean, it's like it's. I mean, if he were to keep the keys, that would be more responsibility for Carlos. So I feel like getting rid of the keys is getting rid of responsibility.
Look, if there were monsters, if every monster we met was in a locked room and we could just close the door and lock it and they wouldn't get out, I would do that every time.
Isn't that how you left one of the party to die at one point?
That was a misunderstanding.
His lawyer has advised him to not comment on that matter further.
Sorry, allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh.
There were really interesting things going on then.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Yes, my
We've
client
all
was
made
high on
different
mushrooms.
I'm colossally
Yeah,
clumsy.
surely the statute of limitations has passed on that. So
I am colossally clumsy, so I'm just gonna roll to see if I catch them. You were throwing them
Alright.
to me, so I'm gonna say with a 12. Sure.
Yeah, it would be a DC 10.
Okay.
Unless Kachka is trying to intercept them.
That's true.
That's true.
Kachka doesn't care.
Definitely spent
Okay.
some time on that.
Doesn't care.
I
Cares
telepathically
not.
ask Kachka, "Do you want this back? I know you had these first."
Nah, it's all good.
Okay. I mean, now we know what this one does, so I'll just tuck it away, and we will
Just
probably never use
Don't
it
think
again.
we'll be using that one again. no.
So,
G on it.
so that's the gas room.
That's right.
Put it writing on my sheet. Key to the guest room.
I never thought in all my days on Athos I would
Or
see
on
a
Athos.
swimming pool, but there it is. This place has a swimming pool. It has everything.
Mhm. This is a great place. You should move in. Once you kill everybody.
Where's my little water bubble? I want that back. I miss it.
Well, it wouldn't take you back.
I know.
You tried, but
Rejected you.
You'd
We
have
killed
to
the freezy
scale a
guy.
waterfall to get back up there.
So can we keep going and see else? This place
Yeah, so-
sucks. Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
Right now, you guys.
it was
we-
continuing
Yeah.
on to the south.
Do we want to continue on to the south the way that the bubble was going,
Oh,
or do we want to either some of us or one of us, probably me, try zipping into the other room and?
Seeing what undead
Let's-
monsters are behind that other door.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
let's
I
not
mean,
do
if I do it invisibly, and maybe maybe Kachka could come as far as the like the underwater
This is
tunnel.
literally what happened before, and there was an octopus.
Yeah,
So-
but they weren't invisible.
It's a door
fine.
underwater,
Mhm.
and so it might require a strength check to open, or possibly thieves' tools.
Or
Something
one of
along
these
those lines.
keys.
I mean, I have these tools and I know how to use them.
And the keys.
She's got tools.
Mhm.
She knows how to use them.
But if you guys are all like super
ZZ
excited to
Tool.
just go south,
hangs with
then we could do
fools.
that. But I am very curious about what they would choose to hide behind a secret door.
I mean, if we have invisible people, I'm okay.
I mean,
with
I could
that.
probably make some. Let's see, how expensive is it for me to make other people? It's not too bad. Like I could make one other person invisible, and the two of us could go. So it's not just me by myself.
Right. I can freely make somebody invisible once a day as well.
So we could take 4 people in there.
Why aren't we doing that all the time?
I mean, I could make a bunch of people invisible, but it would use a
Well,
lot of my.
obviously,
I don't wanna do
Regdar and
that again.
Umlal are just going to stay behind because they are boat people.
2 men in a boat.
Punt people.
Yeah, last time I made everybody
Sorry.
invisible,
Punters.
people just ran amok and didn't didn't use it to the best of their
It's true, there
ability.
was-
So I'm never doing that again.
There was a lot of talk about planning, and the invisibility was a key
Yep.
component, and then that all went out the window.
That
Other
sounds right.
option, if we wanted to go through that room, I can always levitate that octopus. I hear that's a thing.
Very cool.
So you have several options. You can go south in the room that you're currently in, that past where the Mephits were. So go past Mephit, keep going, and then you'll go to the unknown. You can go back into the octopus room, and there's that secret door, but there's also the other passage that leads to the west. Or really, I guess it's the south.
Past
All right.
method.
All right,
Past
you
method
guys-
is what, like
you guys,
Malden,
I've decided.
Everett.
I just really want to find out what's going on in that room. I am very curious about it. So if you would please wait here for me. If somebody wants to come along, that's cool. I will bring one person. But otherwise, I'm just gonna go. And I start moving.
+1.
So
Yeah,
I know you're curious about getting through there, but you can't communicate back to us except through line of sight.
Correct.
But then again, you have the thieves' tools and you know how to use them, which
She does.
all right, be careful in there. Should we tie a rope to you? I've got
nice-
Does the
600
rope
not?
become
around my
whoa,
character.
whoa, whoa. Does the rope become invisible if she's
That's a
invisible?
good question.
The rope becomes invisible if it is on her before she turns invisible.
Right. Like
What
so
if we
it's
tie
tied
something to
her.
the end of the rope?
I like what you're thinking here because I too.
That is
We
where it
finally found a
ends.
loophole in invisibility.
It's literally
Unless
a
if you-
What,
Literally
yeah,
a
what if I
loophole,
make
yeah.
a loophole in the rope?
Rope.
If you all tie yourselves to Zatasha in some kind of adventuring ball, and then she turns invisible, that whole ball would be invisible.
It's the Adventurer King.
Yeah,
Challenge
yeah.
accepted.
Athos's largest ball of twine.
all right.
We'll tie all our tails together, and then we'll all turn invisible. We'll try
Rope
and figure out
inspectors back in
which
tier.
way to go.
Yeah,
Invisible rope inspectors. please.
we've had worse ideas, like most of them.
All right. So I'm going to go underwater to about this spot.
Okay.
Um,
Catch can
and-
make me invisible. Please.
Are you going too?
Yeah, I don't want her to go alone.
All right. Ketchka pulls out the Kletar and plays a power chord, and
Awesome.
you are invisible up to 1 hour as long as I'm concentrating on it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's way better than what I've got. Mine is very short. so I'm
Unfortunately,
just-
Kachka's
in and
attention
out.
wanders easily.
It's-
Was
Oh,
I supposed to be doing
twine.
something?
So I am invisible and also trying to sneak,
Sure.
which means I will go over the overland as much as possible so as not to disturb the water.
All right. Give me a stealth check
Stealth check.
with advantage.
Sneakiness check.
Um, 16.
All righty.
I got a 26.
So you both enter. You see the octopus is underwater, where I have placed it next to the larger island in that room, just kind of doing whatever an octopus does when it's by itself.
Octopus.
All right.
Octopus.
I am examining.
whatever an
An
octopus does.
I'm examining the door, checking it for
Oh.
traps.
You see the meme with 2 octopuses with 8 tentacles pointing at each other.
Give me a perception check, please.
Sure. 23.
It does not appear to be trapped.
All right. Is it locked?
Listen,
Uh,
bud.
I mean,
It is-
sometimes secret doors aren't because they're secret.
That's true. It is not locked, but you ascertain very quickly that
Mhm.
while it is not technically locked, it is also impossible to open from this side. It only opens from the other side.
Okay,
What's
that
he
is what I
like?
wanted
It's
to know.
not important.
That
Octopus.
satisfies my curiosity. Let's see. Octopus is real close. If the octopus had been farther away from the other tunnel, I would have gone over there and just peeked in, but I'm too smart for that. So I'm turning around and go back.
I'm too smart for that.
You saw through my octopus cage.
Not like everyone says.
All right, I come back, I make myself visible again, and I say, all right, you guys, the secret door is only openable from the other side. For some reason, somebody has a secret door that goes into an octopus room. Maybe it's an escape hatch from someplace else.
Oh my God, who said that?
I said that I made myself visible.
Oh.
So
She says
Kafka,
out
turn
loud
around.
at us.
Turn around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was facing the other direction.
But Shara is still
Kachka was-
invisible.
Kachka was just looking at a wall.
Wall, are you talking?
Ooh, it mimic. I know this one.
All
Carlos
right.
says,
so-
let's get going. Get in that
Everybody,
punt,
let's-
punters.
All right.
Shara, are you
Boat-
still invisibling? You might as well.
Yeah, stick with
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How long do
All
you
right.
stay invisible?
She's got an hour as
Hour.
long as I
all
concentrate
right.
on it.
Keep concentrating.
Well,
Where
you
would
can
you
go
like to go?
first then, Shara.
Oh, I could. All
Concentrate.
right, I'll go first.
Quieter. Quiet concentration, please.
Can't.
Invisible, 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 invisible.
To yourself. To yourself. Read to yourself.
All right, Shara. You are leading the way. You see the path northward. It is a familiar room. To the south, the corridor, or I guess river, continues. You also notice, because you're swimming, right? You have a swim
Mhm.
speed. Yep. So you
Mhm.
notice another one of these submerged tunnels.
Are we on a theme
Well.
park ride, riding the boat through these winding tunnels? Is
Lazy
that what's
river.
happening?
That's what the bubble was.
Yeah,
Oh
we
no,
can-
I know how
Um,
this ends.
I want there to be a Goonies style slide coming up soon. Like I need the water slide.
Didn't
I'm
we already do
gonna-
that part?
I mean, I guess
Did a
that's what the waterfall was.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
did the-
peek
Surely
through the
One-Eyed
Splash
Willie
Mountain
is
at
on
the
the other
beginning.
side of this tunnel.
All right, Shara goes underneath the water and disappears. Well,
One-Eyed
she's
Willie.
invisible, so you don't
I'm
know
going to
where
keep
she's
my
going.
eye on her as she goes. I'm not following her, but I'm going to keep an eye on her and see if I can.
You cannot
Watch
keep an
her.
eye on her because she's invisible.
Oh, Carlos is watching in case he sees
He thinks-
shenanigans.
So you don't know where she is. I
I'm
I
gonna-
assume she'll say, "Hey, I'm going. I saw this tunnel. I'm going in." Or, unless
Yeah.
Shara, you tell me otherwise. Do you want?
No, I would tell. I would
Okay.
tell them.
I'm watching
Who
watching
said
for
that?
an octopus sneaking up behind us. So I just want you to know
Walls,
that
talk in this place.
I'm being aware of whether or not we're being followed by an octopus or an inky cloud.
So Shara, are you going
Oh.
to? You are underwater. You see what appears to be an island, and if you want to break the surface, it is an empty room. But there is a notable feature in here. A throne made of coral and seashells stands on the rock in the center of this chamber. Across the arms of the throne, a pearl and sapphire encrusted narwhal horn rests like a lordly scepter. The smooth surface of the cavern's pool reflects the throne.
There are narwhals in Dark Sun?
There's no possible
anymore.
way that's a trap.
Well, they brought it from wherever the water came
Sa-
from.
Sand narwhals.
Water dimension.
Oh.
All
Sun
right,
balls.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
swim back out and be like, "There's a really pretty animal horn of some sort. I didn't touch it, but it looks nice. I wanted to."
Shara and the narwhal horn.
It seemed to be empty. There wasn't anyone in
Seemed-
there.
Seemed.
Did you spot any other tunnels
I feel
out
like
of the
I've
room
been
by
around
chance?
enough that I wouldn't take that for granted. I didn't see any other tunnels. No. Just like this throne with this animal horn,
Gem encrusted animal.
gem encrusted.
Ooh.
Are
Hmm,
you
be
suggesting you
dazzled.
can, we could lasso it and then it will be thrown for a loop.
Or we could just keep going.
Okay, yeah, we can keep going.
There is a passageway that continues downward, southward.
It's not dark.
I'll keep going.
After all, it's
Alrighty. Let me just switch to the proper tool. There we are.
the murder tool.
The reveal tool. So it just keeps going, down.
Well, then we keep going.
Down we go.
All right. So you probably want to stop
No
there.
way to stop.
Whoa.
Do we?
As
You-
we
yeah.
Or
fall.
maybe not. I don't
I
know.
feel like
me
Shara's probably a
call.
ways in the
No,
lead, maybe.
No,
Mhm.
no.
Maybe not.
We
Shara's
would
in the
know.
lead because she's invisible.
Yeah, but like it only works if we're not immediately behind her.
Carlos is behind her and keeps bumping into her and being like, nope, nope, back up,
No.
nope,
Oh.
back up.
Who
We've
is that?
surrounded her out of safety.
Is that still
You
you,
don't-
Shara?
You don't want to actually bump into her though, because then she doesn't. She turns invisible. A
Well.
crude stone hut perches atop a stony island in the midst of a wide pool. Water drizzles from the cavern ceiling, and the roar of a waterfall echoes throughout. You also notice, standing on the island, is one of the water cultists, one of the nightly water cultists. So that's a K, not an
Okay.
Every night, every
not the
freaking
daily
night,
water
there's a
cultist.
cultist.
who is wearing kind of like seashell armor and has a large sword, and they are looking kind of as
Did
if
he
they're
buy that
guarding the
armor
place,
from Sally by chance?
sweeping by the seashore, sweeping the room, and kind of making a circuit around this island on which there is a stone hut.
Have they seen us?
Well, depending on if everyone is where they seem to be
not.
on the map.
We're really not that stupid, I would hope.
That's why I thought I would clarify.
Carlos might
If
be.
Carlos is where Carlos is, then we will. I need to see if they saw you.
I was
Okay.
purposely staying way back from everybody, so
That does not
I
surprise.
go where the boat goes.
Yeah, same.
That's true. They are pun people.
Okay, I will swim back and whisper that there are people on an island.
People on an island.
On an island.
What's an
Is
island?
there a polar bear?
what's a polar bear?
Reference acknowledged.
Mm,
It's
Like,
like a
referencing.
like a shaggy kank.
That's a shaggy kank
Thanks,
story.
story.
Yeah.
But I don't see any other option but to continue forward, really.
Always
Aren't we-
forward.
We're technically buddies. I mean, like every time we've tried to help the water cultists, they haven't wanted it. So I don't see why.
I come up and whisper back, what did they look like? Were they wearing the water gear or
Some of you do have that symbol on your head, which will make you more convincing
yeah.
cult
Or
inspectors than
did
the
they
Yeah, and
have
they want to
some-
see us. They want to see us. The guy wants to see us.
I
That's
mean,
why
they're
we're
clearly-
here.
No, that's true.
They're clearly, though, on alert now that we've killed a whole bunch of their people in the other room because the ball rejected us when we tried to get back in.
No, we just once you leave the ball, it goes back. That's just how it
you
works.
got in the ball a couple of times, didn't you?
No,
Mhm.
I had to go back to the start because it rejects you once you leave the starting point.
a one-time ball. Yeah.
If this guy hasn't been up to
one-way
the
trip.
room with all the methods in it, then he probably doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
No.
We didn't.
No.
I still
We didn't
think
just
sharks
let
stay
all the
invisible.
corpses float downstream
Do they-
towards this guy.
What,
Did we?
I think we're
You
going to
think
be
they've got a
greeted as
telegraph?
liberators. Greeted as liberators. Let's do it.
Oh god.
Always a good
I-
plan.
Okay, I would like to stay invisible, so I'm going to be sneaky.
That's a good idea.
Make a note on
stealthy-
your character sheet that you did a leave as invisible.
invisible, invisible.
Stealthy as
all right.
possible. I rolled a 25, so I'm going to
Very
swim in
stealthy.
here and
Carlos
like,
is already over there.
climb
Hi.
up on the shore thing.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Hey,
That's a ledge.
Hey,
Carlos, are
so
you?
Car-
Are we all in the same boat as Carlos?
hey, fellow. Carlos is not in the boat. He's swimming.
Carlos
Literally
is-
or metaphorically?
The
Alright.
boat is a little bit behind, unless you all want to stay together. The boat
I
is
think
slow.
we can't contain Carlos. So
So
Well, I
Carlos,
just like to
you
swim and hit
in
things.
and say, "Hey, what's up?" Is that what you said?
Hey,
Ah. Hello, well met.
And I'm right there too.
yes, this is
Mm.
great. You have all this water. It's awesome.
Well, we are truly blessed, and we hope that you will help us bring our blessing to all of Athos.
That's the
Kachka climbs
plan.
up onto the island next to him and says, "We're here at the behest of Gar Shatterkeel."
Utter keel,
And
I know.
who is definitely not a dick. Did I
Can
say
you-
that out loud? Oh, no.
can you direct us to which way he might be?
Certainly. So he points to the south, and you notice that the cavern continues down and ends in a waterfall. And he says, "Gar Shatterkeel awaits you," and points towards the waterfall.
What's in the stone hut, friend?
What's in the
Yes, in fact, my friend is in the stone hut.
Is
His
it
name
like
is yes, in
Hanging out?
fact.
go
That's
into
a
the
weird name.
bathroom or something, or what? What is the hut for?
Porta john.
We
An
our job is to
outhouse?
patrol and guard the water portal, and we do not leave this island, so we rest in shifts.
You don't
You
leave
guys
this
are doing
island
You are
do
doing
not.
great work. Just great
ever.
work.
It is a small price to pay in order to revive Athos. I'm sure you agree.
Absolutely. I jump in and say, yes, this is cult work at its finest.
And let me say, if you
I don't.
excuse
Do
the
they
water-related
like,
reference,
I think
you are doing a
I think
whale of a
they probably
job.
refer. This is legitimate religious work, and it's fine.
No,
No, they call themselves
they
cultists.
literally call
Yeah,
themselves
it's in the
cults.
name.
Yeah, we have
cultists.
this conversation every
Branding.
episode.
It's because it's
I-
so dumb.
I was in one. I know how to talk to these people.
right.
Okay,
All right.
I know the lingo.
I appreciate your appreciation of our cult duties.
I am very convincing. Like I'm just like these guys are. I basically got hearts in my eyes, not in my heart. Oddly enough.
So what's down the other passageway to the southwest there? Just out of curiosity. Or is that the way to Gar Shatterkeel? And because there appears to be another passageway to the southeast as well.
Oh no, I just haven't revealed enough things.
Ooh,
I say I'm
a
really
cul-de-sac.
impressed.
Ah,
I'm really
got it.
impressed by this whole.
More like a cult de sac.
Oh,
Wow.
I was in the water bubble, but I fell out and it left. It was that was awesome. I love that. Have you been in the water bubble?
I have not been blessed with the water ball.
Oh, it is a blessing. Let me tell you. If you get a chance, you should go in it.
Well, here's hoping.
I really am impressed by this whole sort of compound you've got going on here. All the water and the caves. Is there anything
all praise
else?
to Alhira.
It's clear that
yes,
we've chosen the right
Myra.
cult. I mean, there are a lot of cults looking for our business, but you are clearly the superior of the.
Are
ones
there
that
any
have tried to
other
call us.
points of interest around here that we should know about to be likewise proud of?
Well, I don't know if I would call them points of interest. I, as I mentioned earlier, seldom leave this island. However, I have been told that while
I bet you know things. I bet you know things.
Well, I'd like to think that I keep up on things. I do read the
I
newsletter.
I can tell that about you.
have you heard from the Mephits up north?
I have
You
not.
keep up on that?
No. Is something wrong with the methods?
They're
They
great.
seem-
They send their
They s-
regards.
They
They're
seem fine.
Methody.
Yeah.
Well,
Method.
Yeah, no,
strange.
that's not in your set of duties. You're not a method actor, so you don't need to worry about it.
Oh my.
I do know that the water cult isn't the only residence down here, so you should be careful. There are other things down
I shake my head. Just I know what you're talking about, buddy.
I
But,
don't. What are you
but-
talking about?
Did you see that octopus?
Yes, the octopus is here, although it's mostly harmless. I wouldn't know who would want to harm the octopus.
Not me.
Only a real
wonderful,
jerk.
gentle creature. Octopus
Maybe
are highly
harmless, but
intelligent.
certainly not
um,
armless.
I've
got
I've
eight.
heard that they feel deeply. They are one of
Yeah.
Athos's most deeply felt creatures. They're very rare. This is the only octopus I've ever seen, and I've heard Gar Shatterkeel tells me that it is perhaps the only one in existence. So hopefully, the octopus is fine.
Kind of glad we didn't kill it.
Yeah. It is fine. Now, is the boat coming through, and is he going to be
I mean,
suspicious
it's
of these guys in a
traumatized,
boat?
but fine.
Is the
I mean, the
punt
boat-
suspicious?
The punt will arrive, and he doesn't seem. I mean, he clearly knows who you are. So
Knows
he
the
is
All right.
score. Yeah.
suspicious.
Punt
right.
will arrive at fourth down and long yardage.
Yeah. They
Right,
should have gone
well-
for the field goal.
So
Well,
this
I guess.
was-
I was so excited to see the octopus that I poked in there and I looked at it and I noticed that there's
You
another.
saw the octopus.
I did.
It
I
seemed
couldn't-
upset for
I
some
couldn't
reason.
Oh
resist.
no!
No. The octopus looked
He
fine.
clutches
But
his
I-
chest. I hope it's okay.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
fine, yeah.
I noticed that on the other side of that particular room was another underwater tunnel that went off somewhere
Really?
else. Yeah. Oh, I assumed that you knew all about that and like where everything is, and so I was just curious about what was on the other side because I was
I'm-
excited to get to talk to Gar. Like we got to get down there, but I
Mhm.
also
Party
am
on,
curious
Gar.
about this wondrous palace you've got here.
Well, of course, I owe claim no possession over this the plunging torrents. I am but a servant of all.
Of course, as we all are.
Of course. And he bows his head. And he says, as I previously mentioned, one of my only duty really is to stay on this island and guard the entrance to the water portal. So I have
Guard
I have not-
Shatterkeel, right?
He laughs and laughs. I love a pun.
You
Oh,
said
finally,
duty.
our audience.
Island. He doesn't get
He might
around
just
much.
live
He's just on
here.
this island.
The stone hut is very small.
I can build a tiny one next to it.
Oh, great. That seems like it would not.
It only takes about 10 minutes of casting.
So yeah, I've never been, and he now asks many questions about the chamber that you're in and the octopus. He's like, tell me everything about this octopus.
I do. Like I give
heard tell.
a great description of how its surface glistened and
Squirt
it seemed
ink.
very, very healthy. I do
Tell
not
it it's
mention the
squirted ink.
I do not mention the ink at all. And if somebody else tries to mention it, I step on their words and keep talking.
It squirts water, just water.
Ixnay on the ink A.
Its mind has never been thrust. It looks great.
Yeah, I telepathically say to anybody who starts saying that, no talk about the ink. Okay, so this guy doesn't seem to know much of anything else. So I telepathically say to our friends, I think we should just continue on.
Yeah, well, thanks for the help. We'll be moving
Yes.
on.
Well done.
Good luck.
I salute.
Hey,
somehow.
you're doing a
What's your
great
name
job.
anyway? What's your name?
When I joined the cult, I gave up my name.
Oh,
What was
What
it
do we
before?
call you? Hey, guy.
Well, you won't need I endeavor to not need to be called, but rather when you need me, I will appear.
I did not understand that sentence.
we'll just call you Stone Hut Outside Man.
It is a
What if-
fine name.
Strangely, that was his name before he joined the cult.
Yeah.
But when we
How
come back,
dare you?
what if he's
Destiny.
Stone Hut
inside?
Outsideman.
Say hi to Stone Hut Inside Man. Goodbye.
They're cousins.
That was not his name. It was Bob.
That's right. It's Reginald.
Are we moving
All right.
on?
Let's
I
go.
think so.
Moving.
I really
on.
like
Okay.
something interesting to happen before this episode ends. So.
I
Well,
thought that
it's-
was pretty interesting.
That
Sure.
was interesting. All right, so this is another 40-foot waterfall. I
Oh,
believe.
good. The guys in the boat should enjoy going over another one.
So everyone who has a swim speed can get down the waterfall quite easily.
And
People
with no
who
damage.
Are in the boat, however, is a different story. So how are you boat people approaching this?
Do you have another feather fall?
I was thinking I could paddle really fast and we could like jump it like we're going off a ramp. No?
Have you
No.
met any waterfalls that seem like a ramp?
I've met very few
88
waterfalls.
miles an
maybe.
hour.
Do
He
you
doesn't
have
chase
another-
waterfalls.
Don't-
I turn to
yeah, don't
Regdar
go
and
chasing them.
I
go.
telepathically ask Regdar, do you have another one of those spells, or do I need to try to fly and
Stick
soften
to
your
the
I mean, I have one-
tanks and the sand where you came from.
I mean, I have one for me.
That's going to be something to see when the boat goes over and falls and
Yeah.
Omlo falls and Regdar just
Keeps going straight.
All right, then yeah, I will.
We'll do it. Fine. Feather fall.
Amal has to do one of the things like Wile E. Coyote style, where he paddles off the edge and then just looks around for a little bit. And
All
then
right, so if you're
falls.
gonna do a feather fall, everyone gets to the bottom of the waterfall safely. The punt is a different story. It hits the bottom of the waterfall and shatters. And punt.
Wow. I guess.
Ooh.
Did its
more.
keel
It
shatter
shattered
or the
the
whole
keel.
boat?
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Mm.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Does
Now,
anybody have mending?
this room is quite interesting. An island rises
Oh,
from a lake.
perfect
at
time to
the-
end the episode.
Mhm.
Interesting.
An
An
island
interesting
rises
room.
from a lake at the epicenter of three
Oh, a
roaring
lake. I like to
waterfalls.
meld them.
Flutes of rose,
Jeez.
ivory, and lavender coral fringe the island. Above the island floats a gigantic, shimmering globe of water. Smaller globes of water emerge from it, drifting outward and hover in the air a few feet above the surface of the lake. The
Fun.
ambient light reveals the cavern ceiling 80 feet above the island and hung with countless stalactites. There are also kind of 4 spouts of water around this island. There's a central island. Inside of these water spouts, you see kind of trapped in them halflings that are writhing in
Oh.
pain.
Oh, do they
as-
look? Do they look like they're part of a delegation?
They do. They also look like they're part of a ritual in which there's energy that is emitting from them and going into this large sphere that is hovering above the water.
They probably don't
Uh,
want to be rescued like everybody else.
No.
And
yeah.
you standing in front of the water orb is Gar Shatterkeel. He turns to you and says, you have arrived to witness our triumph. Together we shall change Athos forever. And as he says that, the energy from the halflings flares. They scream, which is impressive because they're in water. and
Mostly
the
myself.
watery orb starts to expand and move as though it is alive. And we'll find out what happens next time.
Yeah.
Total
Gar
party kill.
Shatterkeel, you think you're so tough. You are not getting your deposit back on this punt. We trashed it. Up yours, says Rekdar.
This is changing forever, finally, because this place
Yeah.
stinks.
Yeah. Garkeel
Yeah.
really
great.
hates Mondays,
There's-
by the
there's-
way.
Honestly,
What?
at this
How many
point, I'm
crocodiles
about
does
ready
this
to
guy
literally
have?
join this cult. This is kind of kick-ass down here.
And water. Water is good.
Right?
Maybe we'll finally curry favor with the cult.
Hmm.
He has invited you several times to join the cult.
Yeah, I know.
No, but now he's showing off.
Maybe it's time. Yeah.
Someday I'm going to
Yeah.
do a supercut of every time you guys have said curry favor on Total Party Kill.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a 45
It's
minute.
mostly just Tony.
Curry.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't. You don't take the first cult offer. That's how you get in at the
No.
lowest level.
That's
You gotta
if
negotiate.
you take the first cult offer, you end up on the island with the stone hut. It's a bad deal.
Yeah,
Don't do
no
it.
name. He gave up his name and got nothing. Nothing.
No.
He's on a hut. He's on his.
You gotta negotiate. You got to be
Yeah.
like the guy who gives people the marks and puts them in a punt. That
Yeah.
guy negotiated.
Probably gonna get fired though because he gave his punt to us and we trashed it.
He's
But yeah,
he's gonna have
it's
to
on
pay the
brand.
deposit himself now. He's gonna
I
have
see.
to
It
have
just
his own
goes back
pocket for
like the
that.
ball of water, right? Like it just pops up again, another one, and it's
Mm.
fine. No, that's not how this. Okay, you couldn't buy one magic boat. What kind of cult is this?
Well,
they're on a budget.
They don't need
Budget.
boats. They can all
Budget.
Did you
swim.
rent a boat?
So is the punt underwater now? Completely submerged?
The punt
It's-
is.
He
in
said it was
pieces.
shattered.
Pieces.
Oh,
yeah.
So probably it's
It's
underwater.
it is an X punt.
So at this point, it's like the punt
Ah.
for Red October, basically.
Mm,
Come on.
one punt only. So
That's literally that is all they had.
That's it. We're out of
Yeah.
punts now. By the way, how many freaking halflings were in this delegation? There's 4 here.
well,
Have
it
you already
takes
found like
twice
30 of them.
as many as the normal delegation.
I just still want a new boat. Can we appeal to the puntiff?
Oh God.
Oh.
I'm gonna punt you in the face if you keep this up.
Oh.
All right, and with that, we say goodbye to our live stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The
for
live stream
watching and
left
our
about
bootleg.
35 seconds ago. So you're all right.
Did they ever?
Missing out. They're missing.
But thank you, live stream and
honestly.
bootleg, and we will try to be back in 2 weeks on a Thursday night. because
Thursday night.
That's what we try to do, and if we're not here, then just don't
Do
have
something
fun
else.
without us.
Then we're somewhere else.
Pretend you're in an elemental water cult and role play it.